Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Panda and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode, we went through probably the worst chapter in this game. And once we did that, we made it here to probably the best chapter in the game. This game really opens up with side missions and a whole map to explore. And in this episode, I will try to complete 34 of the Cie'th missions. That is all the Cie'th missions up until the Fault Warrens, which are the Cie'th missions that are controlled by Titan, and they're called the Titan Trials. So, let's get going. So I misspoke. I don't know how many of the Cie'th missions we're gonna do this episode, but we'll see as we go on. So, all these missions are pretty much hunting missions. It'll give you a mark on the map, and you have to go slay that enemy. And our first enemy is a Flan. So this one's gonna be tough. Let's see how it goes. Fuck you. Well, don't fight that guy until you're higher level. Well, let's try something a little more manageable, shall we? So we're probably going to be fighting a million of these guys while we're in Grand Falls. They're definitely the most common enemy of this area. And they suck because they interrupt the hell out of you.
Nothing personal. Change of plan.
But overall, they're not too bad. And then we got the Rod of Thorns, which is a weapon for Vanille that is attack oriented, I believe. Which, why would you ever want that? But it's one to cross off the list for later. So there was an item in the middle of that lake, which we will need help for later. And I actually remember it being quite a good item. So, this is our first Cie'th mission. So I'm going to want to get 5 stars in all of these, because there is an achievement for it, and probably the hardest achievement in the game. Because the Cie'th missions, once you get to the later ones, they're the hardest enemies. Like the final boss does not even compare. So I'm going to want to buff up all the way and see if I can take him out as quickly as I can. And it's almost dead. It doesn't feel like I'm doing this very fast though. Probably cutting it really close. We'll see. No, 3 stars. Alright, I gotta do that differently. We did, however, get an energy sash, which is an accessory. So you can redo these missions over and over again until you get 5 stars, but you cannot get the same drop as you always, or as I just did. They have secondary drops, which they drop after you complete the mission a second time. And let's try this again. Try to kill him a little quicker this time. I'm not gonna buff up as much. Alright, so I'm gonna use Decimation, so I can still buff up but still do damage to him. Hopefully that makes it go a little quicker.
Keep a cool head.
And also the Saboteur roll didn't really help me there.
New strategy.
It just casted slow on him. Yeah, that is so much quicker.
And I was just getting started.
Yep, easy 5 stars. Alright, so you get bombshells, or I think they just drop components. All these Cie'th missions just drop components as a secondary drop. And the start of the second one is right here. Anyway, that was the first of, I believe, 64 missions, and getting those 5 stars in the later ones, oh my god, so tough. I remember my first playthrough, there was some enemies I couldn't even defeat, like even at a high level, I couldn't do it. But this time around, I'm definitely going to be better equipped and higher leveled and max leveled, as a matter of fact. But there are going to be some bumps in the road, and I believe there are going to be some in this episode as well. Alright, Cie'th Stone 2. It's a group of enemies this time. Oh fuck, heal! Heal! You fucking four-legged ass clown. Remember when I said there was gonna be bumps? Well, it's starting already at mission 2.
You asked for it.
So same plan as the Flan. Use Decimation. Try to take out these weaker guys as quickly as possible. Yeah, so that gray one is the main enemy that it was talking about on the Cie'th Stone. I was gonna read those Cie'th missions, by the way, but nah, I kinda suck at reading. I gotta practice that shit. Anyways, I got real unlucky there because they ganged up on Saz. I fucking hate it when they do that. It's fucking shitty RNG.
New strategy.
Couldn't imagine what that's like if you're trying to speedrun the game. And they're still ganging up on Saz.
Don't sweat it.
I should really make a paradigm that heals and attacks at the same time. That might be pretty useful. Well, I didn't read the target time. Or I didn't even see the target time. What am I talking about? I'm probably gonna get 3 stars at most. Well, there it is. What's the verdict? Yeah, as I thought. So we got Cobaltite. Sadly, we have all the Cobaltite that we already need, so that's just going to be something we sell. And yet again, the next stone is right next to the previous battle. So this next one is quite the distance away. You have to return all the way to where you started this chapter and further than that. So there is an item really close to here, and then after that I'm probably going to skip ahead to where we started the chapter and we will continue on from there. So it's more of these types of enemies. They can get really annoying because they can summon stuff and they can also conjure and clone themselves. So sometimes the battle can take forever. But if you get a preemptive strike, it should not be an issue. Yep, and there we go. There we get a Zephyr ring, which I don't think we had before, so another one off the list. So this enemy came up not much further than we just were. Definitely going to want to buff up a bit. I don't quite remember how strong they are. I am getting beat up a little bit, and that sucks.
ready now.
So again, you want to get rid of the little guys first, obviously.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's just a matter of staying healed. He doesn't do that much damage.
Cheers. You asked for it. Cheers.
Were they fighting each other? I guess they were.
Thank you.
He doesn't have very much health at all.
Don't sweat it.
Maybe he does do a lot of damage.
Eat this.
Oh god.
Eat this.
Once I stagger him, it should be fine. Yeah, that's it.
Eat this. New strategy. Eat this.
Well, you could argue that this isn't actually a new enemy, it's just a palette swap of an older enemy. But not that hard if you stay healed. So you're going to want to come here where I began the episode, and eventually we'll get the ability to teleport, so you won't have to go all the way around the area to do the Cie'th missions like I am now. So you go all the way down the path that you took when you went to rescue Hope, and you got his Eidolon, and this is the area, and there is an item over here, and we get yet another rune bracelet. That is a very common item to pick up. We have like 4 or 5 of them now. So you go all the way through that linear path, and aside from the item, there are no new enemies, and it's quite boring, so probably just edit it out. Anyhow, in this new area there are quite a few enemies, new music, a lot of missions. It's pretty beautiful to look at as well, once we get there, of course.
Hardly worth the effort.
So this area potentially can give you a lot of experience if you grind it out. And as you saw there, that was almost 2000 CP for that fight, and it did not take long at all. So you know what I'm doing if I continue to struggle getting 5 stars. But here we have the 3rd mission, and a brand new enemy we have not seen yet. It's a pretty sick looking enemy, honestly. Right up there with the behemoth.
Thanks.
So, as always, buff up, and heal up, and then attack. It's really nice when they're immune to slow and curse. Just interrupting him is really important. Staggered him, but he has a lot of health. Oh. It's going down pretty quick though. Come on, that's gotta be a 5-star fight.
Hardly worth the effort.
Oh, are you kidding me? How many seconds? Must have been like 5 seconds off or less. And I didn't even see what I got for that. I'll see at the end of the episode. So after leveling up, you come over here and there are new hidden enemies, as well as a marker that you can go to. So we definitely fought these types of enemies before, but none of them jumped out at you and acted like a flower before. But they are quite weak. They don't do very much damage at all. They can put status ailments on you, so if they're grouped up with other enemies, they can be a little bit troublesome. Other than that, not a problem at all. And they stagger quite easily as well. So there are some monster bits there, and you can come over here for a cutscene.
Something on your mind?
Huh? Oh, I was just thinking.
About what? Something complicated?
I was just taking it all in. The sky here, the trees, the sunlight, the smells. When I was on Cocoon, I never dreamed a place like this could even exist. But now, here I am, on Pulse. If I hadn't gone to those fireworks, if I hadn't been sitting in that same train car during the Purge, if anything had been different, I'd never have had a chance to see this.
No. I'm sure you would have wound up here. Don't you remember you promised me? You promised me that we'd come and see Grand Pulse together.
Really? When did I do that?
I don't know. How about another lifetime?
What does that even mean?
To tell you the truth, I've told so many lies. It's all a blur.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to lie about stuff to keep yourself going because you're afraid. Or to protect someone else so they don't get hurt. Sometimes even the things that everyone in the whole world thinks are true turn out to be lies. At the end of the day, though, it's not the lie that matters, but what you do after you tell it. Work hard enough, and you can make it true. I mean, maybe we both forgot. Maybe we did promise to see Grand Pulse together. And Cocoon.
Thanks, Hope.
Do something for me, will ya? Keep smiling. It makes me happy when you smile.
I didn't know you felt that way. Wait a minute. You mean you were joking?
Now we're even.
Oh! Hey! Wait! Hey!
Well, isn't that the cutest cutscene you've ever seen? Funny enough, there are people who think that Hope and Lightning should get together. I don't know, I didn't think much of it. And you come over here, there is our 4th mission. So there it tells you about teleporting, as I mentioned before. So as you complete the Cie'th missions, some of these stones will become waypoint stones. It basically means they're the stones that you use to teleport from area to area. So it's probably these first 15 missions or so of you running around, and then the rest of the Cie'th missions are just you activate it, then you can teleport to the area that you need to go to. It makes traveling this area a lot easier. So you want to come over here to yet another linear path where lightning does flips for no reason. And I believe the mission is at a dead end going off to the right. And again, it is quite a ways away from the actual stone. Not as bad as the last one though. And I really like when they do stuff like that. Like the camera's fixed, so that's like a cinematic gameplay moment where the winged animal thing flew by. So I distinctly remember this guy killing me the first time I went through this game. They are quite a lot tougher than their previous palette swap. So they definitely can cause status ailments, and they do that bite attack. It's not really called that, but it still does a shit ton of damage. And they also interrupt with that wing attack, so overall, like a pretty tough enemy.
Change of plan.
Yeah, so I definitely want to buff up a little bit before attacking it.
Change of plan.
Yeah, and there it goes. It missed. I think it missed. That definitely should have killed Saz.
Time for another approach. Change of plan.
Yeah, after you staggered, it's not a big deal at all. Look how much damage I was doing. I had a 13,000 there. Man, I gotta get a new controller soon. My controller is like, it's not picking up my A press sometimes. And as you can imagine, A is a pretty important button on this game. I was gonna say on the controller, but yeah, on the controller it's pretty damn important. Anyhow, here's another flan, except a lot bigger and a lot more disgusting. They're pretty much the same as the previous medium-sized flan, except obviously they have more health and they can interrupt your attacks. Oh my god, did you guys just hear Saz? He's like, how about... I was just talking about interrupted attack, but he literally got interrupted. That was fucking hilarious. Well, I definitely know what the title of the video is going to be now. I wonder how you spell that. It's probably like HMPH, right? Well, I'm doing really sloppy paradigm shifts thanks to this stupid joke that I'm going on and on about. Can this thing die already? I'm running out of dumb shit to say. Man, this thing has way too much health. I'm doing like tens of thousands of damage to it and it's not dying. So, another item up this path. You know something I've always wondered? As you level up, does the target time go down? Because if it does, that'd be super annoying. Because if you're like super high leveled, you should be able to just get 5 stars. That was a really random number of gil I just got. 1827? Is that like a significant date or something? Definitely gonna look that up in editing. Anyways, here's a weird ass fucking enemy that we haven't encountered yet. And it's a encounter that we're gonna see in later games as well. They're just pretty much rollerblade dudes with Popeye arms and headphones. It's such a strange design. But those are the game designers, man. You gotta give it to Final Fantasy. They definitely know how to mix cool with weird. And then add a super strange, complicated, convoluted story behind it. That's why I love it so much. So you skip that path on the left, and here we have our next mission. So despite looking the same, these guys are different. They're a lot more powerful, and they conjure and summon a lot more often. And they have pretty powerful fucking spells. This one's gonna be really hard, actually, now I think of it, because I'm not doing that much damage at all. Ugh. The fact that I have to cure before they even summon something is saying something. I didn't see if they conjured anything yet. It doesn't look like it.
New strategy.
I didn't even see how many there were. There's like 6 of them, I think. Stop attacking lightning. Yeah, there they go. Fuck, I hate it when they do that. It takes so long, and they're doing it again. It's hard to tell, but if they conjure another enemy, they start out with half health, right? Ah, fuck. Here we go. I'm definitely not getting 5 stars. I think they can also conjure behemoths, which would make it impossible. If they did that, I would just quit, and I'm probably gonna die anyway. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck's sakes. Dude, I swear, I killed 2 of them, and then they conjure up 2 of them. It's impossible. What do I do? Like, I tried using Cerberus, and it still doesn't work. I can't fathom the idea of getting 5 stars here without leveling up like crazy.
And so it ends.
I can't even take one guy out in 1 round. So I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I grinded like I said I would, and you can get like 60,000 CP in roughly 20 minutes if you're optimal. And so I spent a couple hours. This is not meant to be a challenge run, even though later on it is going to become very challenging. I just want to get these easy fights over with. I'm going to do both the fights again that I didn't get 3 stars in, and then fight those tiny little bastards and see if I can kill them without them conjuring or summoning anything. Man, I doubt this is it. I did better the first time I did this. Yeah, fuck you. This is gonna be way harder than I thought. That has got to be 5 stars. There's no way it isn't. You've got to be kidding me. This is the second mission. The second mission. Alright, round 4, you ugly sons of bitches. So I changed Try Disaster to Relentless Assault, which should help me out a bit, because I need that attack power. This is going a little better. We killed that guy really quickly. Nice. Oh my god, super nice. Okay, kill him. Oh, that was a bad last attack. Did I get it? Thank god. Fuck's sakes. Well, the double Relentless Assault is a good idea, and I just had to brute force it. Alright, and I'm back here. It's mission 3. You're going to want to save, because it takes like 7 to 8 minutes to get all the way back here from the Cie'th Stone itself. So yeah, definitely save, and if you don't get the 5 stars, just restart. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I put Try Disaster back on because single target enemies are, it's definitely worth it to have Try Disaster. Getting that quick stagger is so important.
Thank you.
And it seems he gets interrupted by attacks, which is really nice. Oh my god, I'm destroying him. Oh, it's over already. That's insane. How long was that fight? Good lord. What'd I get the first time? 4 stars? I must have been off by so little. Alright, and we're back on the 4th mission. There are a couple items on the way that I forgot, and so I'm just going to quickly show that. So when you walk down here from the Cie'th Stone, and you turn around, there is a fight and also a chest. And the chest is at the very end of this little path. I know I don't like to miss items, but that's probably one of the most useless chests in this game. You get a million of those fighting these enemies. So right when you fight that winged enemy, there is this little path right here that leads to a chest that is guarded by yet another Svarog. Man, I remember when those guys were difficult. That's a pointless chest because they've given so many of those to us now. So this is the closest save, unfortunately, for this fight. But you're going to want to do it. Again, it's way better than going all the way back from the Cie'th Stone. Alright, let's try this again, you little bastards. So, unlike before, I'm going to use superiority and buff myself up a bit.
Change of plan. Out of my way!
Oh, they're clustering up really nice. And I'm going to use Cerberus. This is actually turning out pretty good. I got 2 of them already. Oh, he's summoning, but that should be fine. I can kill that thing pretty quick.
Target to target. Time for another approach.
Are they all dead? They're all dead. Okay. I just gotta kill this thing as quick as I can. Stagger it. Alright, let's do a Cerberus, and that should be that. No, that was not ideal. Come on, just die. Just die. Okay, please. Just give it to me. Yes. Man, that target time was actually a lot more lenient than I thought it would be. I got it by almost a minute. And you get a very expensive pearl necklace as a reward. Totally worth it. Oh, and I completely forgot you get an item at the end of this as well. That's why I love Final Fantasy games. You do a bit of grinding and the game rewards you. Well, you get the worst catalyst in the game, but whatever. So here we are back at the last save point, and off we go to Mission 5. So it took me a couple hours just to do the grinding and backtrack to all the Cie'th Stones, but it was worth it. Hopefully it was entertaining me to watch me fucking fail a few times, but... Well, we're making progress again, thankfully. Lost? He's on a different planet. He's way beyond that. Well, when there are 2 paths, you always take the left one. Because when you take the right one, it's never right. Why? Because 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left. That's why you go left. I don't even know what I just said. It made sense somehow. I'm just gonna backtrack through the right path, because there was nothing in the left one. Clearly it was the wrong decision. And there's probably a chest in the right one. Cheft, wow. I should really go on a pilgrimage and learn to speak. A mithril bangle. It's kinda worth it. Is it mithril or mithril? I've always wondered, because I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think in the games they call it mithril, but I don't fucking know, dude. Oh, and I guess I never showed what accessories I was using. They're kind of useless until you upgrade them. Like, they don't make much of an impact at all. So basically, if you're having troubles with a fight, just put the most defensive ones you have. Like, have some bangles and some physical resistance or whatever. But unless you upgrade them, they're useless, and I haven't upgraded any of them yet. Well, I lied. Actually, the bangles are quite useful, and maybe, like, the ones I mentioned, the physical resistance and the bangles. Other than that, like, the Shaman's Mark and stuff like that, they're not that great unless you upgrade them all the way, because then they become incredibly powerful. Like, accessories are super important later on in the game, but right now, not so much. Anyways, we're fighting the king of the hippies. Actually, he's the hippie maestro, according to his name. Oh, and 4 stars is not a good sign, because I believe this guy is our next mission.
You know, I gotta say, this is weird. When we were young, we were always taught that someday we'd be attacked by the demons of Cocoon. And look at us now, waltzing back into Erba, with the very people we were chosen to take up arms against.
Yeah, back then we never would have helped you guys. Oh.
Well, right. Back then is when you got your first focus, so...
Right. We already talked a bit about that, huh?
A little bit.
Must have been centuries ago now, when me and Fang joined the battle against Cocoon. During the fight, I became Ragnarok and cracked Cocoon's shell.
That must have been hard on you going through that.
The memories, they're all pretty fuzzy.
Cocoon's version of the War of Transgression must have been built up around what you two did.
I didn't do anything. I just got turned to crystal, and I can't even remember why that happened. Don't even have the memories to show for it.
It's all my fault. So many people died because of me.
It's over. Those souls can rest.
Well, Anil's back to her own shit again. Interesting that I have cutscenes like that here. You can go through this whole game without coming here. So I believe the mission is where we picked up that mithril bangle, so I'll meet you there. So it is the Maestro. Who would have thunk it? That should do it. Oh, you garbage eating fucking hippie. So there's a save point by the Cie'th Stone, and you can also hit retry if you don't think your fight is good enough. And I didn't do that, so I had to go all the way back. I also didn't save, by the way. And it takes like 10 minutes to go back to the Cie'th Stone and back here. And I should not be talking. Yeah, so Aurora is really useful here. Kill those guys really quick. And then try disaster this brick. Oh, I actually should have done... Fuck. I should have done Cerberus. Is it still gonna kill him? Yes, it is. Alright.
Hardly worth the effort.
Yeah, easily 5 stars. Fuck. So you come back here to the stone and go down to this area, and I believe that stone is actually the teleport to this area. But after you complete these stones, there's not much point to coming back here, so I don't know why. Well, maybe, I guess, this would be a good area, or a good stone to grind off of. I forgot how much this next one gives you, but I'm pretty sure it's good. And if you can't tell already, this next one is going to be a Cie'th. Like, the enemy is going to be a Cie'th, not like the Cie'th Stone, but the enemy. And those are the hardest in the game. All the Cie'th enemies, there are tons of them that are even harder than the final boss. And I'm not saying the final boss isn't hard. I'm just saying the difficulty curve goes bananas after the final boss. Anyways, man, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm probably going to do 8 of the Cie'th missions. Because I have like 3 hours worth of recording to go through. It's going to take a while to edit this one. It's crazy how it worked in my head, because initially I was like, okay, there are like 30 or so missions I can do before I head off and leave this area. And I'm just gonna do them all, get 5 stars, show where the Cie'th Stone is, and show where the actual enemy is, and edit everything else out. But there's so much more to it than that. There's the items, there are the new enemies I fight in between, and, well, obviously all the fails. So, I'm probably gonna do like 8 to 10 Cie'th Stones an episode. So, this one is going to take a lot longer than I thought. And see, this is a new enemy, but it's a palette swap. I don't even know if it has anything different than it does. It seems like it just attacked. Anyways, the point of that whole thing was, I just don't want videos that are over an hour. Like, 45 to 55 minutes.
That's how it's done.
Maybe an hour, but any more than that, it's just nobody wants to watch that much content in one sitting. And man, the chests have not been too kind. More monster bits. And a whistlewind scarf. I remember we have you because I had to record a whole separate little bit because I forgot to mark you off the list. Anywho. Man, some strange noises coming from this one.
Keep the enemy off balance.
So I remember having severe difficulty when I got this the first time.
Thanks.
I don't know.
Time for another approach.
No. I don't know what happened there. Fuck, that was a horrible start. So buff up first. I think he stopped me or something. He's not doing all that much damage though.
Keep the enemy off balance.
And he has quite a bit of health. I wonder what the target time's gonna be. Gonna have to stagger him.
Time for another approach.
Oh. Yeah, I remember why this was hard. This is the second time I have to go to salvation.
Keep the enemy
It's
off
not
balance.
ideal at all.
Change of plan.
Alright, about halfway there. I actually don't know. I'm gonna go to Cerberus. I don't think I have to stagger him. The stagger bar is not going up at all. I got him already. Nice. Fuck. I got so lucky. Yeah, so that's why Tri Disaster is so important. I filled up his gauge as much as I could, and then hitting him with the Cerberus did a lot of damage still, without having to stagger him. So our reward was this, the R&D depot, which has, as you can see, the trapezohedron or whatever. I don't know, I suck at saying these words. And we also get the best components in the game. And as you can probably tell, everything here is incredibly cheap. You can buy a whole bunch of these right off the bat. So once you complete the mission that we just completed, we can come up to another cutscene.
You gotta be ready to drop by now. Don't overdo it.
I won't. I know my limits, unlike some people.
Whoa, whoa. Now who's the tough guy? What was that?
A Grand Pulse Fal'Cie. Used to see it flying around all the time.
And they said it had a home, somewhere near Erba.
So that's good news, right? If we stay on its tail, we should end up in your village. Let's follow it.
Right.
So you're going to want to come back all the way where the Cie'th 4 mission was, and if you come down here, there are a few items that you can get. So left at the fork, after defeating those summoning bastards, we get another Watchman's Amulet. I think we have one already. So there are only 2 items in this area, one at each dead end. The one at the top of the map is useless, just a Millerite. But at the very end of this path, we get another unique accessory, a glass orb. So, since I don't know how to count to 10, I completely forgot about 5. So this is where 5 is, and I completely walked right past it. So, this mission is where those 2 items I just showed you on the top dead end. So this one shouldn't be too hard. We faced one like it before.
Change of plan.
Just gonna quickly Libra it and buff up a bit, and it shouldn't be a problem after that. Anyway, if you read the Cie'th Stone, this one's actually kind of sad. The Cie'th Stone was a guy, and this Cie'th was his wife, and he had to kill his wife, which is pretty brutal. And that was easily 5 stars. There's no way it wasn't. And we get a sorcerer's mark. Gonna want to put that on somebody. Probably lightning. And there's number 13. Kelger's Cup. Complete all low-level Cie'th Stone missions. We are back in the base camp area. And we're gonna do mission 8, which is probably gonna be our last mission for this episode. And if you don't know where this is right by that big area where the first 3 Cie'th Stones are. And also the area where you first started when we came to Grand Pulse. And the mark is where we saved Hope when we first arrived here. And we have arrived. This one sucks because there are no save points between the stone and the actual enemy. So it's like 9 minutes every single time you want to attempt this. Alright, he's almost dead. Just kill him, quick.
As if there was any doubt.
Well, I knew it wasn't good. I didn't think it was going to be that fucking bad. I got it cut off like 15 seconds somehow. On the bright side, we got the collector's catalog, which is a crucial item in this fucking game. Alright, now I think I got it. There's no way, just kill him. Hit him. Go! Oh, you missed him! Fuck! Okay, please. Please. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, retry number 7. This is getting really annoying. Kill the first guy, super quick. Switch. Kill the second guy, super quick. Switch. Kill the third guy, super quick. Okay, Cerberus. Do all the damage you can. Drive up his gauge, because it's impossible to stagger him. Alright, this is looking good. This is the best attempt so far. Please. Please just die. This round, please. Bang, kill him, please. Oh my god. Die, die! I got him! Oh my god. Fucking hell, that took so long. I was getting such shitty attempts and I had to press start and press retry like 7 times. I'm probably gonna cut all that out. Man, what a relief. Oh my goodness. I have a fucking headache after that one. We've collected a lot of things this episode. For weapons, the Rod of Thorns. For accessories, we got the Energy Sash, the Zephyr Ring, the Platinum Bangle, the Mithril Bangle, the Pearl Necklace, the Glass Orb, the Sorcerer's Mark, and finally, the ever so useful Collector's Catalog. And on the way to the Glass Orb, I know there was a behemoth that I didn't show. I was just running out of time, and I will show it next episode, I promise. And that leaves us with 149 items to go in the Treasure Hunter achievement. And that will do it for this special episode. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will reconvene with you later. Toodles.